Carl writes in, he says he works for a new brokerage. He's doing cold calls and emails. But he says it's going mainly unanswered, and he's asking if he can get some advice or share any experience starting out. Carl, you are in what we call the startup period, and you're going to be there a while, and only you can work your way out of it. Okay? Startup period, you're doing everything you should be doing. You're making the call. Now, when I say making the calls, I know you said sending emails. I'm not a big fan of emails. To me, that's junk mail. But, and there's so much junk mail anymore. Nobody reads it. You know, they see something for somebody, they don't know who it is. Delete. You know, it goes in your spam folder. Mark it as spam, and you're never going to get, you know, your email read or seen by who you're wanting to see it. I've shared this story before. Back in the early days of the internet, yeah, that was something I did with email. But I would not email the one in shipping. I would find the president of the company. And back in those days, the early days of the internet, everybody's email address was posted on the company's website. And I'd find the president. And the way my email worked, I'd, you know, hey, I'd, you know, start the citation, you know, dear whoever was in charge of shipping. But I'd send it to the president. Well, the president of the company would open up the email up, or the hope was he'd open it up and see it was really for the guy in shipping. So what I was hoping would happen is, oh, well, this guy just sent it to me. He meant to send it to shipping. He'd forward it to the guy in charge of shipping. You get the idea? So the guy in charge of shipping gets a forwarded letter from the email. The guy in shipping saying, well, the president of the company sent this guy to me. I should use him. You can't do that today. You know, that there's just so much spam. I'm not kidding you. I probably get 50, 75 emails a day that just spam. I don't even open them. I can just look and see they're spam. So, I mean, if you want to use emails, knock yourself out. I know a lot of people, you know, they use every tool available. But what good is it? Okay, here's what I do. When I get spam, and I know it's spam email, okay, I've got the antivirus thing set up with my email. So as soon as I see it spam, I just click it's spam, and I never get those emails again. I never see them again. They automatically get trashed. You know, they go into my spam folder. You don't want that to happen. Okay, you really don't. Now, if you're following up, you know, if you make a call and you follow up with an email, that's a whole different story. You know, but your first contact with a potential customer, I always tell my clients, you want it to be live. Not a voicemail, not an email. You want it to be one-on-one. You want them to hear your voice. You want that personal contact. But, Carl, you've got to make the calls. And I tell my clients, a couple hundred calls a day when you're starting out. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of no. You know why? It's easy. No is an easy answer. I worked for a company up in northern Indiana years ago. And it didn't matter who you asked at that company, the pat answer was always no. And that used to drive me nuts, because this one would say no, and I have to go above their head, because, you know, I knew the answer should be yes. I was just trying to get approval before I did anything, so if something did go wrong, it wasn't coming back on me. CYA. You know, if you're a driver, you learn that CYA pretty quick. So that's kind of what I was doing. Well, I finally figured out that I was getting no answers from these low-level management people, because that was the safe answer. They were not going to say yes, because they knew if something went wrong, I would be able to say they told me I could. You see what I mean? So sometimes that's just the safe answer. But more times than not, when you are making a sales call to a potential customer and they say no, it's nothing personal. You know, if you think about it, there's no reason for them to say no. Seriously. Your service as a freight broker to that company is free. All they have to do is say yes, and you'll help them start getting trucks. Now, that person in shipping, that's their sole responsibility. Getting trucks in there to get their loads picked up out the door so that company can make money out the door to their customer and deliver. It's what I'm talking about. Now, your service is free. Now, before you start thinking, what are you talking about? How can it be free? No, you're paying from what the customer's already paying. You're not going in and saying, hey, for $1,000 a year, we'll help you get trucks. You see what I mean? Your service is free. All they have to do is say yes, and you will begin immediately helping that customer get trucks to get their loads out the door and delivered to their customer. So why are they saying no? You don't know. You really don't know. Could be they had a bad experience with the broker right before you called. Could be. Maybe they went to lunch and they put pickles on their hamburgers, God forbid, and they didn't want pickles on their hamburger that day. It could be something that simple. You see what I'm getting at? So just let their no be no. Don't worry about it. Call them back, a week from now, 2 weeks from now, whatever it might be. Carl, keep it up. Hang in there, buddy. Keep making the calls. Going back to my experience when I first started brokering, I mean, man, you talk about feeling like that hamster in that wheel. You're going round and round and round. It just seemed like that for forever. I come in, do exactly what I was supposed to be doing, staying on the phone. I was bored as a gourd. I mean, bored. Doing the same thing, really not seeing any results. And then one day, no kidding, this is the truth. It dawned on me that I was really, really busy. I had people on the phone, people on hold, emails coming in, emails going out, faxes coming in. I mean, I was busy as a freight broker. And it dawned on me I was busy, and I really didn't know when I started getting that busy. I realized it after I got that busy. But I learned that what you do today, you may not see the payoff for it for weeks or months down the road, but there will be a payoff. So you've got to keep on doing what you're doing today, and you've got to hang around long enough to be able to get to the payoff. All right?